welcome you. This is, we're about to kick off any second now, a live webinar. And if you're, wanting some friends and family to join, take a minute, text them, and it'll be quite an adventure for sure. So we'll give you about 30 seconds to do that. The other thing that we love to do is to invite you, as Big Copycat Keith, I love his name, has already done, to tell us where you're tuning in from. So he's in Georgia. I'm in Florida. Stevie is in Australia. Dan is enjoying Hawaii, originally from Australia. So we're tuning in from all over the world for sure. So yeah, take a moment if you're joining us and let us know where you're from, and then we'll get started. New Zealand, welcome. So I know for some of you it's morning time, so happy morning, and for some of us it's in the evening. We've got Texas, California, fantastic. So we're all over the place, truly a global community. Okay, and we are recording, so I'm gonna now officially introduce our first speaker. Again, my name is Kaleen O'Connor, and I'm joining you from Florida. And this is a live webinar. We are going to invite you to take a dive into the world of cellular health. Forget all the other craziness in the world and come learn about incredible truth on how the body heals and repairs, and how the world of science has now leveraged that to make a difference in helping all of us live longer, better, stronger. Our first speaker tonight, well, the way this is going to go is we have, I'm your host. We have two amazing live speakers. You'll get to hear some personal stories and some real factual science, and see visuals and all kinds of great stuff. And then I'll wrap us up at the end. If you have questions, we always like to do our best to answer them. And you can put them in the chat box, and we'll tend to pay attention to that towards the end of the webinar, okay? So our first guest speaker tonight is Mr. Stevie Aquilina, who has just told us that he is celebrating over a decade with the love of his life, which is amazing. And he has a beautiful family, and not just his, family of wife and children, but also he's built a global family by sharing this health breakthrough with others. And I get to be a part of his team, which is a privilege. And we both get to be a part of Dan Doyle's team, who's also on the call with us tonight. So Stevie, if you could kick off and share your wisdom and passion and purpose with us, we would be honored.
Hey, thank you very much, Kaleen. I'm very honored to be a part of your team. I know that, you want to sincerely be a force for good in the world, better people's lives. And in doing so, I've witnessed the evidence of that in how, much you've not just expanded nationally over there in the US, but globally as well. The impact and the difference you're making in people's lives is truly inspirational. So, and you are most definitely a part of my Sierra family, and I'm very grateful for that. Folks, thank you very much for joining me this morning or this evening, wherever you're tuning in from the world. I hope you're happy. I hope you're well. If you tuned in to see me today and you paid money to do so, which nobody has, this is absolutely free. We're giving out this information purely from a sense of duty and obligation and responsibility, because the information really is that important. But let's just imagine you had paid to be here today and you didn't like what I had to say. I would just give you your money back. You wouldn't even have to ask for it. If you just said, I didn't like anything you said whatsoever, I would just give you your money back, no problem. But your time is not something I can refund to you. So I just want to let you know that I'm incredibly, sincerely grateful that you have decided to spend your valuable time with me. I don't intend to waste it. As I said, I intend to share with you some information that is not only relevant, but extremely and very significantly important. And I think you should know about it, and probably everyone who in your life who is important to you should know about it too. So thank you for letting me, for permitting me to share this with you. So let's jump into this, shall we? If you couldn't tell by my Crocodile Dundee accent already, my family and I are from Australia. Originally, we are from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast. And that was really a dream come true when we could make that happen. We're minutes from beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, coastal cities, theme parks. We absolutely love it. I'm very, very blessed with life, income, time, and freedom that allows me to enjoy a great lifestyle with my family that has taken us to many parts around the world that were once way too far out of my reach. But the good vibes and good times have not always been the case. I was a difficult child to parent and or school. I never made the grades. I was often told I was weird, stupid, and useless. And I guess when you're told something often enough, especially when you're young and impressionable enough, you start to believe it. So later I became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. And with that kind of thinking, I walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20s. I had more than 20 different jobs in less that time. For over a decade, I was a very dumb but very good looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney. Okay, I'm clearly kidding about the good looking part, but not about the dumb part, let me tell you. I had big dreams. I wanted to be, do, and have more. I really wanted to give more, actually, but I had little self-esteem, so I'd done little with my life, and therefore I'd really had little to give. Now, physically, I've always been athletic, mainly in martial arts, even to right now. But back then, I had health troubles, autoimmune disorder, inflammatory issues, severe skin, respiratory, and gut conditions most of my life. Lots of bad injuries. Financially, I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs with hopes going nowhere. No prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity, embarrassingly broke. I've been behind. I've had the phone, electricity, and gas cut off. I've not been able to run my car on anything more than just the fumes of petrol. I've not been able to make the rent. I've been evicted. No financial dignity. I always believed in possibilities, but doubted my potential. So that was a big problem, caused me big problems, caused people around me who loved me big problems. So I was trapped, feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, and frustrated, and a real drain, unable to be who I wanted to be. But something very fortunate happened to me. First, I met the girl of my dreams. I knew right then and there, more than ever before, that I wanted to become more. She believed in me, always told me I was more, even long before I could see it or feel it myself. And when you're told something often enough, right? But also I was introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough, life-changing financial opportunity, life-changing training. The company leaders are extremely successful people. They believed in me too, but more importantly, taught me how to believe and become more. And so today, instead of having health and wealth problems, I've solved them, but I'm also solving them for others because of this life-changing breakthrough. Instead of financial insecurity and indignity, I have security and dignity because of this life-changing opportunity. And instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, and frustrated and all that, I now have more with the ability to believe and become more, to give more, because this company's training has shown me a life-changing better way. And now I really want nothing more than to better people's lives in at least one of any of these life-changing ways too. And so first, I'm going to share with you the first breakthrough that I mentioned, which was a life-changing breakthrough, a healthcare breakthrough. It is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime, according to medical experts. They're saying it's a very big breakthrough, greater than the discovery of DNA or penicillin. For 2 decades, science had declared it was impossible. However, this is an enormous and very real deal breakthrough with great potential, proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory medical studies. A very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time, and any health goals or challenges you can think of. Remarkable results, but drug companies wanted it shut down. More about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about goes well beyond drugs or nutrition, well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about, because what I'm about to show you is an entirely new frontier in science, truly groundbreaking and a category creating healthcare breakthrough. You've probably never seen or heard of anything like this before. The ASEA Redox cell signaling technology is a drink that contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Redox signaling molecules are made by your cells. So they're made within your body. They are native to your body. They are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication and therefore your cell-to-cell operation, all the way down to your genetic expressions, in fact, in a positive way. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because It is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself by telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, and replace damaged cells. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Redox signaling, bottom line, is what keeps cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Why is this so important? Because we are all made of cells. We live and die at the cellular level. Healthy cells means healthy body and a healthy life. So redox signaling molecules are the keys to life because they are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, biochemical and physiological, critically depend on redox signaling. Critically. Because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more seconds. Without your redox signaling molecules, life ends. So if our bodies already make redox signaling molecules, why do we need to give our bodies more? Well, because when we're born, we do make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy and how they can run around all day and not wake up sore the next, and how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults, our cells break down. And our body's ability to make redox molecules breaks down too. Without as many redox signaling molecules giving clear cell signals, our whole cellular protection and healing processes become slow. Our cells break down more and more, and so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. ASEA takes science seriously and so is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities, world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA redox products and certifying them as safe and effective in every body. And ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science, because redox is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of redox signaling molecules, there have now since been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling, and this slide will already be out of date, with around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. And so, according to medical researchers, as well as reported in the Huffington Post, who wrote about ASEA, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. There are now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD in title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And as for ASEA, well, it's already light years ahead. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits. Now that translates to health at its most foundational level. And here's just one example. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. These genes are key in the health of every individual and play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Moreover, ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. The head professor of that university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. And folks, that is significant because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress. And from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven to be 100% safe, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it used to when it was younger and or healthier. And so if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, or if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young once again, if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, or whether it's that you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goal you can think of, Redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. But you do not need to take just my word for it. Here are some medical doctors. Let's listen together what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. That's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology, which are Renew 28, Redox Gel, and our intensive redox serum. These redox technologies are supported and enhanced by their complementary and all natural ingredients products, our gentle refining cleanser and our ultra replenishing moisturizer. But a picture is worth 1,000 words, so let's just show you what our redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging and age reversing results. Lines and wrinkles are smoothed out, elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots, marks, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, and other signs of poor health to the skin being rejuvenated, being renewed, and not just skin, but deeper than that, improving the quality of life. Now, even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions comes back to the proper surface of the skin. This is Rosie. The dramatic difference you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left could not be seen by Rosie because she did not take those pictures. Rosie actually also believed that the products were not working. Rosie went to see her doctor. That's who told her about ASEA and who took these pictures. And when Rosie told her doctor that the products did not work, the doctor showed Rosie these pictures, and I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, right? Now, everyone says they want to see how ASEA goes, but Rosie missed the moment by moment, day by day, week by week changes by not taking pictures, and you may miss it too. So please take pictures, because that's how you see how it goes. Now, some people notice results early on, 7 weeks like Rosie's, others in 7 days, and many people can have an experience in around 7 minutes. But some people need to apply more product, more time, more patience, generally when there's more going on with their health. We know scientifically that redox molecules are redox molecules. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in animals and as they are in plants, as they are in bottles of ASEA products too. Studies show that ASEA redox products have an immediate positive effect. They work in every single person, every single time. Would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you, scientifically impossible for them to hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes to notice that change. This doctor did a little experiment of his own on his very own face and used Renew 28 on only half of his face, not the other. Can you spot the difference there? Excuse me, Renew 28 is not just for the face, but arms, hands, bellies, buttocks, thighs, and all over. These pictures are actually from a study by a world-leading laboratory. This study was done as there were many reports coming in from all over the world from people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. And so scientists set upon double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials to see, was there any truth to these stories? And what they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when the scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover how this was happening, they saw that the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, in enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, not just for visibly younger looking skin, but actually healthier skin. Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after shaving or sun exposure, but Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe discomfort around the body, and you can know about it in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort around your body, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most discomfort. Apply Renew 28 on that point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes. And usually 9 to 10 out of every 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. Now, nothing I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through. And ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Kaleen, I'm going to hand it back to you so that we can hear a real and significant redox experience.
Awesome. Thank you, Stevie. That's phenomenal. So the gentleman I'm going to introduce next, his name is Dan Doyle, and he has this incredible, beach background behind him when he tunes in, when he goes live in a second. But it's a real honor to have him on the call tonight because he is helping people across multiple time zones around the planet and has become a very good friend and mentor, and helped myself and my family literally just 4 years ago learn about this and significantly change our lives. So Danny, thank you for being with us tonight and sharing very personally, how this is helping you.
Thanks, Kaleen. Well, what an incredible position we're in these times to have this incredible business and opportunity to be able to help so many people in so many different ways. Hey guys, I always like to say at the beginning of what I go through, which is my own story. We're not here to sell you anything or convince you to do anything. This is just information that we like to share with people. And I can tell you that whoever's invited you onto this call, they have given you an incredible gift. Up to you whether you want to open that gift or not. This information will make you or help you to make that decision. Just to reiterate what Stevie said, these products are not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, but I can tell you with long-term use or even sometimes short-term use of these products, they are a cure for skepticism. I can tell you my father's skepticism was cured in about 2 months taking these products from something he was dealing with for a whole 20 years. So I'm going to go into my story. Many of you have heard it, but this is for the people who haven't heard it. And I grew up in Sydney, Australia, now based in Honolulu, Hawaii with my wife, Susie. Been here for about 6, 7, 8 months now, trying to get away from the craziness of the planet. And said this is a great distraction. Nothing's really changed in our lives with what we do. We continue to do these calls and help people in different ways. So I played many sports growing up. This is one of them, bodybuilding. This is the last sport I was involved with, but this is the start of me being a young entrepreneur. I was a personal trainer. I had my own gym, but involved in many businesses in the health and fitness industry. And I've always kept fit and healthy, always played sports. It was a great distraction from school and then going into traditional business. I fended, didn't learn for myself. I never had anyone to teach me or mentor me with anything that I did, but had great success as an entrepreneur. And as I say, I never let school get in the way of a good education. So always took the responsibility of a lot of things into my own hands, but there's something that I didn't, which you're going to hear about. Fast forward 20 years from the age 24 in this photo to 44, where I was not a bodybuilder anymore, but I went to the gym every single morning. And to this day, 53 years old, I keep very, very fit and healthy. I do this, there's some sort of exercise I do every day. I look after my health with nutrition and obviously what Stevie went through, the Redox technology. So this was the period where I was coming to the end of being a traditional businessman. And the reason for that is 6 months after this photo was taken in 2011, the doctors gave me some very bad news. This is an actual photo of me 6 months after that last photo. No hair from the top of my head to my toes. And what I went through, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. In and out of hospital for 2.5 years because the doctors told me I had 2 major health challenges. A friend of mine standing next to me, Johnny Manor, 21 years old in this photo, played the highest levels of rugby in Australia. He'd gone into remission. His health was good at this stage. Had a similar health challenge as I had. After this photo was taken, his issue came back. He ended up losing all his hair again, lost a lot of weight, never came out of that hospital. We lost him at the age of 23 years old. At the end of my 2.5 years of hospital visits, my doctors told me to get my affairs in order. And that was very difficult to hear. I thought I was going to be okay. But this is something that I'd never done in my life. Even though I was fit and healthy, I didn't understand any other concept of how we need to look after ourselves. I didn't understand nutrition. Mind you, the environmental impact of what we, take through food, through what we drink and through the air has a huge impact on our bodies, and we're breaking down all day, every day. But unfortunately, I accelerated that with using Roundup, the weed killer from Monsanto, and that's why I got into trouble with my health. So yeah, at the end of my 2.5 years of hospital visits, my doctors told me to get my affairs in order. At that stage, I went to do some research, and I knew that what I had couldn't live in an alkaline state, apparently, from the research I did. Cleaned up my diet, spent a lot of money on nutritional supplements, super juices, antioxidants, alkaline water. This is me 2 years looking after myself. You can see from the photo, I was still sick. I wasn't doing well. My blood works were still heading in the wrong direction. I was in a lot of trouble. 2014, this photo was taken. A friend of mine calls and said, I think I found something that can help. And long story short, flew to Salt Lake City, Utah from Sydney, Australia, and started on Redox signaling molecules, replenishing my body with Redox. In 3 hours, my body was expelling things from it so fast, I had little red spots all over my upper torso. 12 hours, a 20-year stomach problem had gone away, caffeine intolerance. And on the 3rd day, all the lung damage from the things they were targeting in that hospital for 2.5 years did so much damage to my lungs. I had trouble breathing and talking at the same time. My lungs were functioning perfect. So this is my short experience on the product, just 2 to 3 days. I went back to Australia, I kept drinking these molecules. Fast forward 1 year, this is 12 months on the product. 2015, doctors told me no sign of those 2 major health challenges. Not only that, multiple injuries from playing sports that were turning into that crippling issue as people get older have gone away, and 20 years of pollen problems, runny nose and sneezing all day. So my whole body was rebuilt from top to bottom. That was my journey back to health. There was other issues that I didn't have by this stage. And fast forward 3 years on the product, you can see looking younger, definitely feeling younger. 2014, 2015, 2017, what you're seeing on the outside of each of those photos is a reflection of what was happening on the inside. Guys, Stevie's going to go into talking about the opportunity shortly, but just want to finish off with, you know, this evolved for me from looking for something for my health to something much, much bigger. This became a purpose-filled mission. It became a responsibility to share this with others. And as I shared it with others, you know, thank goodness for the business model, because I say that's what saved my life. The company started sending me thank you checks, which I invested back into product for my health. So there's a few things here. You've got the opportunity to help yourself, your family, your loved ones from a physical point of view. We've got an incredible business model, which you're going to hear about, and you can help yourself and your family from a financial point of view. And you also are making new friends. You're aligning yourself with an incredible family called the ASEA family. And we hold your hand and we help you in so many ways, from supporting you, helping you personally grow to become a leader. And that's going to help you throughout your life in general. So I believe that this is the most compelling opportunity that we'll ever see in our lifetime. I always say right now, still, I don't know how many years I'm going to say it for, hopefully not for too much longer, but with what's happening at the moment, this is the perfect storm. So take a look at this, take a look at everything that you can get out of this, because at the end of the day, it's very important for you to put your oxygen mask on and help yourself. We can, as I said, definitely hold your hand and take you to not just where you want to go in life, but really where you need to go in life. And you look after yourself. If we can help you look after you, you're going to be able to help a lot of people in the process. And with that, Kaleen, I'll hand back to you.
Awesome, Danny. Thank you. It's great to see you again. So Stevie, tell us how the founders, you know, have made it possible to really have this unique home-based business, and you know, and why that's helpful with what's going on in the world today.
Absolutely happy to. Thanks very much, Kaleen. And thank you, Dan. You know, full disclosure, folks, once upon a time, if someone had tried to show me a business model like this, I think Dan mentioned in his story too, I wouldn't have been interested, and it was unfounded. I knew nothing about this industry. When I did learn about this industry properly, I realized that it wasn't peculiar. It was just another business model, but it was better. However, this opportunity is even bigger than all of that again. And so I would not overlook this. This can mean significant things to you and significant things to the people in your life who are significant to you. And here's why. With every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. And ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough. So think about that for a moment. Now, that's created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this, to make a living while bettering people's lives. And this is the most compelling opportunity in the world right now, because ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplement, for two simple reasons. First, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than just one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, has been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. For the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented, but not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, ASEA can't be copied, because there's no way to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA, so it can't be copied. And that means we have no copycats. That means we have no competition. That means no one in the world has what ASEA has, no one. And no other products in the world can do what ASEA does, none of them. Nothing else in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can. Because we have Redox, and Redox works on everybody. Redox is something that everybody needs because nothing in the body works as well or at all, in fact, without Redox, and Redox cannot hurt anybody. No other products can make that claim. No juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, or seabed oil, or whatever it might be. And so ASEA holds massive opportunities, therefore, across all health science sectors, again, at a depth and level greater than anything else on the planet. Whether it be healthcare, wellness, whether it be sports science, athletic performance, or whether it be beauty, skincare, aging, longevity, these are multi-trillion-dollar industries. And ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a Redox supplement from. ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Our mission is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We can't do that on our own, and so we look for people to help spread the word. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money just by sharing Redox with others. Here are some examples of what people are earning. For people looking for either an extra or part-time or full-time or big-time or legacy leaving income, for people who have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle for themselves, for others, for loved ones, there are levels of commissions, as you can see here on your screen, to meet whatever levels of ambitions, to be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality. And ASEA helps you to create income that is both residual and leveraged. You receive a residual income, not just from the first, but all of the repeated purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. And because you can refer as many people as you like, the income potential is unlimited. Now, on top, you also receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated purchases made by all of the people that your contacts and others also refer. And there's no limits to just how far and wide these referrals can go. It can be as many people as far as wide as it goes. So just like when you recommend a good movie or TV series, restaurant or cafe, book, food, homewares, beauty products, health products, whatever, people tell people who then tell even more people, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. Word of mouth is the oldest and still today #1 most powerful and effective forms of marketing in the world. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide, and ASEA is currently in 35 countries, opening new markets every year. And based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. Residual income is impressive, but more so, it's important, because think about it like this. You have residual bills. Why not have residual income? Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Out of every 100 people, only one of them is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. 7 must still work to survive. At 65, not working because they want to, but because they have to. They're a slave to the dollar. And 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. So does that sound good to you? What's going wrong? What's one of the main financial principles that the top 4% seem to have figured out that the other 81% didn't? It is how to make money that is no longer dependent on their paid by the hour, selling their precious time for money, labor intensive or own activity job, J-O-B, just over broke, or it's really otherwise known as active income. Listen, sooner or later, you will not be able to be as active as you are right now. That means you will not be able to have as much active income as you have right now. Now, is that concerning to you if you're thinking right now, well, my income already isn't enough as it is? This is a big problem, one of the biggest problems that 81% of people get trapped in. Don't let it be you. Money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. And so if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will be a slave for money until you die. Now, I'm not saying jobs are bad. They're a good place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, by the way, you're one of the lucky 20 to 30%. 70 to 80% of people are discontented with their job. But if you do love your job, keep it, you're blessed. But still, find a way to make money outside of your job that's not going to interfere with what you're currently doing that you love so much, because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart. It's dangerous to your financial security. Many of us, unfortunately, in this day and age have found out about that in the last 12 months. So for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, are able to recognize a good thing, who decide to take control of their finances and their freedom and their financial security. For people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have or how they're forced to make it, For people who have dreams and want a better life, ASEA is a very significant opportunity to be paid a very significant income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion. It's going to happen with or without you. We'd rather it with you. And it can afford you those dreams and give you that real freedom. Now, there's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's really what you get to do with ASEA. It's who we become. And hear this, what we do, that is the biggest reward over and above any riches it will make us. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from the fact that you can make great money here. That is for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences and a great lifestyle. But really, one of the most significant things that I've learned is at the end of the day, it's the effect we have on others that is the most valuable currency there is. And in fact, all other currencies follow thereafter and not before. And that is the heart of ASEA. And it was demonstrated because the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research, clinical trials proving ASEA, those drug companies offered to pay huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA Redox technology. However, those drug companies also wanted ASEA to shut down and have everyone taken off Redox. Not good. So thankfully, the founders, however, of ASEA, Virtus and his son, Tyler Norton, they had the great foresight to see grave concerns and consequences in such a deal, luckily, because Virtus and Tyler saw people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless to then experiencing life-changing power from Redox. And when Virtus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so they felt that they could not in good conscience sell out. And so that's why they didn't. They said no to the payout because they wanted to say yes to the people. And so they did. You see, for Virtus and Tyler would have once started out as a very big business player, now become more. The ASEA founders turned down the huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone and without a prescription. One of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is perpetually demonstrated in every decision they make, and that is to always put people and principles before ego and economics. The ASEA founders and corporate team come from big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They're exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable, famous household name companies, but the corporate soul revolves around putting people first, having an impact, making a difference, helping others to believe, belong, and become more, to be a force for good in the world. And so you're in very good hands. I get back with the person who shared this with you. Let them know what stood out to you the most. If you have any questions, ask them, because they can point you very easily to where you can find the answers. There's plenty of university studies. But most importantly, you can check all this out for yourself. There's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing Redox experiences. Again, for you to see, ASEA is the real deal. So let me ask you, do you want to be happier and healthier? Do you want to live younger, longer? Of course, right? Well, you may just want to become an ASEA customer. Or do you have dreams and desires? Would you like to be, do, have, and give more? Would you like to help others to be happier and healthier? Would you like to have a better life, income, lifestyle for you, for your loved ones, for others? Do you want to increase the prosperity of the planet? Would you like to make a difference in the world? Become part of this Redox reality, and you can become more. If you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can better the lives of many, many others, and your life will become better in many, many ways. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy and well. And now I'm happy to hand it back to you, Kaleen. Thank you so much for having me here and looking after me as usual.
Thank you, Stevie. That was amazing. So folks, we're coming to the end of our webinar. I'm going to just wrap up and kind of bring us back to homepage with all the great stories and information that's been shared. And this is also a great time to put any questions you have in the chat box. So feel free to take a moment and do that. I'm just quickly activating my screen here. And so, you know, everything comes back to the products. Our company exists because we have these incredible products. So this is just a great visual here, and I'm going to make it bigger for you, on our product line. That our entire niche of anything we currently have or even would develop in the future is all about cellular health, right? So you can see obviously the Redox molecules in a drinkable form, topical gel, great skincare, nutrition. Now, taking a moment to specifically focus on the drink, when you order the product, it does come 4 bottles to a case, which you see on this image. This graph is really important to set the correct expectations as a consumer, because what we found, and this is literally based on 10 years of consumer knowledge, over 12 million bottles of this incredible supplement consumed across the planet, that this is not something where you just want to go, let me try a bottle, or, you know, can I just try a case for a month? You really want to commit as a consumer to doing at least 3 months on this phenomenal drink supplement. Ideally, I really say give it 6 months, but minimally 3 months, because you can see from this bar graph here on the left that the difference of someone just trying it for a week to a month versus at 3 months, you've got a 95% perception rate where the person consuming it can really notice a difference in their body. Now, we know the moment that you start drinking the molecules, you can actually measure changes in your blood work, but you don't necessarily feel it. And so the importance is, do you feel it? Do you see the difference? And since this is going deep on a cellular genetic level, it takes time for cells and then organs and tissues and body systems to rebuild itself. So I highly encourage you, when you get back to the person that invited you, to think with doing that 90-day plan, okay? This is, again, just reminding you, you already saw amazing pictures from Stevie before and afters, and Dan's actual pictures, you know, from his own body changing. But you do have the topical gel here on the far right. That is the molecules you can apply externally. And immediately to the left of that is our Renew Advanced Serum, which also is full of the live Redox molecules at a higher strength than the all over body gel. And then with that, you have a cleanser and moisturizer. Again, Stevie mentioned this, that are part of our phenomenal skincare line. So that's just to remind you, go back to the person that invited you. You can get more details. And this gives you a wonderful visual of our nutrition line. Now, we didn't reinvent vitamins. Vitamins have been a part of our culture now for over 100 years. There's some great companies out there and products. What really brings these to the highest level in terms of vitamins is 2 things. One, that they are whole food based. They are not synthetic. So all of the nutrition that's in these formulas is coming directly from food that's in these capsules that you're taking every day. Also, the company really went above and beyond in realizing it's not what you take, but it's what you can absorb. And so all of these formulas have a built-in patented absorption complex, which means no matter what your digestive or gut health is, you're guaranteed to really absorb all the raw materials that are in these formulas to help your cells rebuild. So again, this is available in almost all of our markets around the world. The packages and how they can be bought varies a bit depending on what country you live in. So the person that invited you to the webinar can give you more details about this, but I love these formulas. I take every single one of them, and they really work well with the Redox molecules. This is, again, a bit more orientation for you in buying the product. So you know, in the world of online shopping, you may research, pull up on the internet, and notice that sometimes you'll find our products for sale on third-party websites like Amazon or eBay or things like that. So, you know, we encourage you to buy directly from the person that shared this with you. And here, this visual just shows you a highlight of some. For example, you know, someone selling it on Amazon or another third-party website, it's not an approved source for many reasons. One of them is that as a company, because this is a breakthrough for humanity, we want to ensure that we provide adequate education and product support for you. And so when you get it directly through a distributor, you get their support to help you work out and stay connected on your own personal product plan. You also get incredible support from our customer service, which services every country in the world in their language during business hours on the weekdays. And that's just phenomenal. And it guarantees that you will get results when you try our products. Also, you know that you're getting high quality and purity because it's getting directly shipped from our production facilities. And you know the product's not expired. We had people unknowingly in the past order it from an external website and the care factor is not there, and somebody's shipped them some expired products. So this way it's safe. Also, you're eligible to participate in free product points, which help bring down the cost over the already reduced wholesale pricing you can have access to. So definitely get it from the person that invited it from you. Stevie has beautifully gone over different reasons why you might try the product. This is just a quick refresher. If you're looking at it as a consumer, you can take advantage of wholesale pricing. And if you actually want to love helping people and want to share it with others, you can do it just to get your product paid for, have some additional income, even, really replace your full-time income, walk away from whatever that current job or business is, and, create a whole new lifestyle. So whatever that plan is for you, we would help you come up with your product plan as a consumer, and also your business plan, as an entrepreneur. Okay. This visual just, again, shows you that we do have different ways you can order the product and open up your own account. When you choose one of our wholesale accounts, you get a 25% discount off the product price, which is amazing. You get to participate in our free product program we call Loyalty Rewards, where you're earning points and you can redeem that for product throughout the year. And if you choose the associate account, which allows you to also share it with others, you get very special discounted packages of product that you can custom order and put together to suit your needs for you and your family on that first order. And so you definitely want to find out more about the enrollment packages and the different promotions we have going. Every geographic region of the world has various promotional programs. And so the person that invited you can tell you about that. Okay. So in closing this, we just bring it back to, this is all about supporting your body's ability to maintain and reclaim health so you can live longer, better, and stronger. And I want to close with a phenomenal quote from our founder, Vertus Norton. He and his son, Vertus and Tyler, who Stevie talked about, are the founders of our company. And he says, "We are all at the start of something big with great purpose. And right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world." And, I share that quote because it gives you a flavor of, the culture of our company and our ASEA family, but also because each and every one of you joining us tonight, you're here because you want to make a difference in your own life and probably in other people's lives, and probably are already doing that. And so I think it's really important for us to stay connected, those of us that are, instilling positive change. And I want to encourage you, if this is the first time learning about this breakthrough for humanity, don't sit on it. Even if you still have questions, we'll take a moment and answer what we can in the chat box tonight. You can go back to the person that invited you. But be a change maker with us in the world and help us bring this understanding of how the body repairs and recovers and what these supplements can do to your loved ones, to your friends. If you feel like this isn't for you, but you know someone that needs this help, send them to the person that invited you as well tonight. So this officially ends the webinar for tonight. We will be back next week. And in 5 minutes, we will be doing phenomenal business training for those of us that do share this with ASEA. If you are a guest, you are totally welcome to stay on this Zoom channel at the top of the hour, and we'll go for another 30 minutes. And I know our topic tonight is going to be social media training, I believe. I do see a question here in the chat.